Hello everyone. Welcome to R.R. Mehta College of Science and C.L. Parikh College of Commerce of G.D. Modi Vidya Sangha. As you all are the semester 1, so let me first congratulate you all that now you are the part of our college. I myself Jyoti Thakkar, I'm assistant professor in this college and I will be take care of your accountancy 1. Means I will conduct your lectures of accountancy 1. As this is your first semester, this is your first step of graduation of BCom. So let's first discuss about your subjects. You are having 6 subjects. Number 1 is fundamental of business economics. See, first part A is core compulsory subjects. Number 1 is fundamental of business economics. 2 is human resource management. 3 is accountancy 1 and 4 is communication and business. CC. These are the core compulsory subjects and in bracket there is written is the paper number that you will have in university examination. Okay. So first is economics. It is already you have studied in 11th, 12th. Human resource management is new to you. So this subject will give some new information to you. Accountancy 1 is compulsory account. Accountancy is also you have learned in 11th, 12th. So in this semester, there are 2 accounts. One is core compulsory, that is accountancy 1, and number 2 is core elective, that is financial accounting 1. For communication and business, that is CC. You can simply say it English. Then the subject elective, as you are self-finance students, you have a subject elective is statistics, business statistics means state. Okay, so these are the main subjects which you have to learn in this college in this semester 1. So let's move to my subject, and that is compulsory account. The syllabus of this subject contains 4 units. Number 1 is consignment account. Number 2 is branch accounts. Number 3 is joint venture. And number 4 is computerized accounting. This computerized accounting chapter, you can find it from the semester 2 book because the syllabus has been changed. So this chapter was in semester 2 earlier, but now it's in semester 1. So you can get it from the semester 2 book. But now let's start the first unit today, and that is consignment account. The meaning of consignment account is the method of selling goods through an agent in a foreign country or in a distant place of the same country on commission and at the risk of the owner is called consignment. The person or the businessman who sends goods to the agent is called a consignor, and the person to whom goods are sent is called consignee. It is consignment outward for the owner of the goods and consignment inward for the agent. The remuneration paid to the consignee is known as commission. So it is clear from the above explanation that consignment is not a sale. The agent does not buy the goods. Ownership in goods is not transferred. So let's understand this. The method of selling goods through an agent, whether it is in foreign country or whether it is in distance place of same country. But what is happening in the consignment, that one firm, let's say an example that X person is having a business, is good business. Okay, he want to expand his business, but right now he is not having that much enough resources. So he think other way around, and he thinks that okay, let's hire some person or some firm, and let's make them agent and let's expand my business through him. So let's say Y person is the agent. Okay, so selling goods, X person is selling goods through Y person, and Y person is an agent. Okay, but this goods, the risk, the business risk, the goods risk is of owner. Because in this in these transactions, in this scenario, the risk will be of owner, means the risk will be of X person. Okay, so X person is giving goods to the Y person, and Y person is an agent, but the risk of goods is of X person. Clear these things? Now X person is sending the goods, so X person will be called as consigner. Okay, X person is called as consigner. Now the Y person is, in our example, the Y person is getting the goods to sell, so he will be called consignee. He will be called consignee. And the goods of which is transferred is called consignment. Okay, now the consignee will get the remuneration is called commission. Whatever the amount the consignee will get, that is called commission. Now about this information, we have one thing very clear, that consignment is not a sale. Means the X person is not selling the goods to the Y person. First thing, clear? Then the second is the agent does not buy the goods. Y person is not purchasing the products from the X person. Ownership in goods is not transferred. See, ownership of goods is not transferred. Why we can say that? Because the risk of goods is of X person. Means X person is giving the goods to the Y person to just sell it out. He is not selling the goods to the Y person, but the Y person is working as an agent, and he has to sell the products on behalf of X person, and he will get the commission in return. Okay, clear? Features of consignment business. Number one is there are two parties involved in this business, that is consigner and consignee. We have already discussed about this, that consigner and consignee. Relationship between the two parties is that of a principal and an agent. It is not that a buyer and a seller, as the ownership of goods are not transferred. This also we have discussed in last slide, that the ownership of goods is not transferred, so both the parties are not treated as buyer or seller, but the principal and the agent. The goods are sold at the risk of the consignor only. Profit or loss and consignment belongs to him. The consignee is concerned with his commission only. Goods are sold on the risk of the consignor only. So if the profit happens, then also it is of consignor. If loss happens, then also consignor has to bear the loss. The agent, basically the consignee, has connection or has concern with the only commission, nothing else. Goods, the sell, the loss or the profit, all the things are belongs to the consignor only. If the goods are damaged or destroyed, the consignee is not responsible in any way. Means if goods are destroyed or damaged or anything happens, then the consignee is not responsible, but the responsibility of the goods is of consignor. The consignee is entitled to recover all expenses that he occurs in the connection with the consignment. If the consignee is spending some amount for the consignment, he will recover the expenses from the consignor. If the good received on consignment is unsold, the consignee can return such a good to the consignor. Means if the goods are not sold, then consignee can return the goods to the consignor. The consignee is bound to take proper care of the goods received by him, though he is not responsible if the goods are damaged or destroyed. Means we have discussed that the responsibility of goods is not of consignee, but consignee has to take care of the goods. Generally, the consignee gives some amount as an advance to the consignor. Consignee gives some advance payment to the consignor for the safety reason. Consignee has to sell the goods according to the instruction to the consignor. Consignee has to sell goods according to the instruction only. Means consignor will inform him that how much amount or how he has to sell the goods. Okay, so these are the basic function of consignment account. Okay, the procedure of consignment business. First, the consignor sends the goods to the consignee. First, consignor sends the goods to the consignee. Then, the second step is the consignor pays certain expense while sending the goods, because the transportation will also have some expenses. So, consignor pays certain expenses while sending the goods. Then, the consignee gives some amount as an advance to the consignor. After receiving the goods, the consignee gives some advance payment. The consignee now gets the goods released. He pays certain expense while releasing the goods on behalf of consignor. Somewhere the consignee has to pay some amount on behalf of consignor to release the goods. The consignee sells the good as per the consignor's instruction and prepares statement of accounts sales. Consignee will sell the goods as per the instruction. Then the consignee sends remaining amount after deducting advance given, expenses paid and commission. After selling the products, after selling the goods, consignee will deduct the expenses, deduct the commission and advance payment, and then the remaining amount he will pay to the consignor. The consignor receive the account sale with remaining amount and make an entry. Then the consignor receives the account and he will make some entries. Clear? So basically in this chapter we have to make the books in for two parties. First is books of the consignor and second is books of the consignee. On the books of consignor, we have to make three accounts. Number one is consignment account, two is consignee's account, and three is goods sent on consignment account. These three accounts we have to make on the books of consignor. And on the books of consignee, we have to make two accounts, that is consignor account and number two is commission account. Clear? So this is the basic introduction of the first unit. From next lecture we will understand the general entries and how to make accounts on the book of consignor and on the books of consignee. Okay. So I hope you have the clear idea of this whole content. If there is any question, you can ask in the group. We will resolve your any doubts and questions. By the time, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.